So where does grief exist? In your mind? Chronologically, where does grief exist?
In the past.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, grief can only ever exist in the present moment.
it's a
And-
feeling.
Mhm.
Sensation.
And that sensation is real. That's real. The way that energy is moving around in your body that we interpret as grief is real. Grief has a particular energetic imprint on your body. It has particular thought patterns that go along with it. And those are true. That's what's actually happening in your body. And whatever story you're telling about why you feel grief isn't ever really an accurate match for why you feel that emotion. See, we think that we can explain why we feel the things that we feel. We say things like, I'm mad because you were late. Or, I'm sad because my boyfriend broke up with me. When in reality, it's, I'm sad and my boyfriend broke up with me. I'm mad and you were late. The two don't necessarily have to do with each other. We just pretend like they do. Make our emotions match our story about them. Have you ever been mad at yourself because you're sad and said, God damn it, I shouldn't still feel sad about this? Well, that's crazy because you can't control what's happening in your body in the moment. And you only try to control it when you think that what you're feeling is supposed to match the story that you tell about it. But when you separate the two and you're saying, ooh, I feel sad and I got fired from my job. I feel angry and you criticized me. I feel frustrated and I'm not sure what to do next. As soon as you separate the two, then all of a sudden you've given your internal experience space to work itself through. You're not trying to pigeonhole it or force it into this little chamber called what you think sad is supposed to look like, what you think angry is supposed to look like. You can allow the energy to work through it. You can play with the energy. You can really express it. You can move into it without thinking that it has to look a certain way. All of a sudden, you have all this spaciousness in which your anxiety can complete itself. There's no need to tell a story about why you feel grief. You can give your body, your internal experience, the space to be able to process whatever it needs to process, which there's no telling how much time that's going to take. But you don't put a limit on it. You don't cap it. You don't try to force it. You have a newfound ability to be the witness to your experiences without thinking that you need to explain them away. Because as soon as we say, I feel happy because I'm in a relationship, then guess what we're doing? We're setting ourselves up for believing that we have to be upset when we're not in a relationship. Whenever we say that we're feeling a certain way because of an outside circumstance, we're then believing that that circumstance has power over how we are. We're attaching the two together. We think that they're necessarily correlated. And then we become attached to things. We become attached to circumstances, to people, because we think that we need that thing, that person, that place, that job, that money, in order for us to be who we want to be. When in reality, no matter what circumstances you have in your life, you have complete freedom to choose who you want to be. There's never anything wrong. You can always choose to allow and love whatever your experience is. You don't need outside circumstances to line up.